Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on a review for you. This time we have this 88 Hazard. Now I'm sorry this is a very late review. I had a lot of winter wildcards to get out at the time and a lot of stuff going on like Christmas and all that kind of stuff, so I'm sorry it's a little bit late. As you see by the team, it's even outdated now. Like, I haven't even got like Coutinho anymore, Varane's changed and all that, Mendy's changed, everyone's changed to be honest. But anyway, on to stats then. So this Hazard's 5'9", he's got high medium work rate, he's right footed with 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, so nothing's changed there like the Sterling card. He's got 91 pace, 88 shooting, 85 passing, 91 dribbling and 67 physical, so on paper it looks like quite a good card. Me personally, I'd decided to go with the Dead-Eye Chem style because I feel that's the most recommended one because the pace and the dribbling looks decent. On traits, he's got injury prone trait, which is a bit annoying, the finesse shot trait, the flare trait and the outside the foot shot trait, so that's a good roundup of traits, should I say. In the games I played with him, I played mostly at striker, I played somewhat wide, I think it was like 1 or 2, so not that many, and then I played like 1 or 2 at cam as well, to see it was there, but mainly striker in a 4-4-2 alongside that Sterling card. But I'll speak more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy it or want to see more, please do subscribe, because there's like 96% of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed, so if you do enjoy, please do, so I can keep going on these videos. But I've got nothing more to say to the intro, so enjoy the clips, and I'll see you on the positive and negatives. Peace. So what's my overall thoughts about the card then? Now, for me this card was a little bit weird, I'm going to be completely honest. As you see my stats, it's not one of my better statistically cards. He did get 8 goals and 4 assists to be fair, but he was in Sterling Shadow for most of it, I'm going to be completely honest. One of his main negatives I will talk about is the body type. Now, I don't know why it is with this card, but it feels a lot chunkier than normal cards, and even the agility in that says it's high, the body type just feels like it's not, and he doesn't like turn and twist as fast like Sterling or Lucas Moura, or even like someone like Alessandrini would. Like, it really didn't feel the most agile card ever. Yes, he's still a good card, but that body type is definitely something to look out for. So we'll get through the stats then. So first being 4-star, 4-star is obviously nice. I would have liked them to boost the skills up to 5-star. I feel like that made this card even better. Like the Marshall's had the weak foot upgraded, Sterling's had his foot changed, but this Hazard card hasn't really had any like specific upgrades that really like show like wow on the card. But yeah, the 4-star weak foot is actually still nice, to be fair. You can't really complain about that, especially the weak foot is actually really good at finishing, to be fair, when he like went through on goal. 1v1 with the keeper, actually nice, to be fair. Next for me is the pace. Now overall, as I said, the body type is a little bit annoying, so you will notice that with the pace a little bit here and there, but generally speaking it's not too bad. Sterling did feel a lot faster than him. I would probably say a good 10 pace faster than him, to be completely honest, but anyway, this Hazard card, he's not slow but he's not fast. And like I just said, the shooting actually really good overall, especially with his traits he's got. So he's got the outside the foot shot trait, the finesse shot trait, he's got the really good tap positioning, the really good finishing, the really good shot power, and the curve stat as well on the dribbling, on the passing, sorry. It's all really nice, to be fair. Like shooting when he was actually in the right position was really nice, but because of his pace and his like, not clunkiness I'd say, but like his body type, he just didn't feel like he could get into the right position like Sterling could, and that's why Sterling got a way better record than he did. So the next was a passing. Now generally I actually felt it was quite good, especially those long balls. They actually felt surprisingly good, even though it's not even boosted by the Deadeye. I feel like 85 long balls for him was actually really good. The short pass was also decent, didn't have many issues with, and same with the vision. Crossing didn't really get to test out because he's mainly playing as a striker, as I said, and the curve's obviously decent. Now, the dribbling stats is where it lies for me. So, you've got, like, the agility that's, like, 91 and stuff like that, and you've got, like, the composure's really, really good, like, 90 plus, it's amazing. But just sort of, like, the agility, it just doesn't feel like he's as agile as this card says. I would say more like 85. Now, I know I keep going on about that, because that is a literal main negative, and you will feel about this card. That's why I feel like there's a lot of cards that are, like, a lot cheaper, like Alice and that. If you can link him in, he's so much better than this card. But the reactions were good in game. The ball control was actually really nice about this card. The balance was decent, although it got counteracted a few times by the strength, because obviously he's quite weak and he's not really going to hold off like the big centre back stuff like that. And then you've got the air ability, which again isn't really the best. He's 5'9" with a low jumping, low head accuracy, so he's not really good with anything there. And the stamina is actually quite good in game. He will last you all game, and especially even a striker, he will last you 120 minutes. Wide, he'll probably last you 120 depending on your tactics, and pushing it Cam, because I always have an issue with that Neymar card at Cam, because I think he has like 81 or like 82, I think it's 81 base, and you have a bit of issues here and there with that, but generally speaking on this card, you're not going to have too many issues if you do play him Cam and you play him like stay forward and stuff like that. And as I just said, the strength, I do want him to have a bit better aggression, and I have noticed that when using the better aggression cards now, they're actually really, really good to use, especially like when you're a goal down and they're like really aggressive on the ball like Alessandrini. It's so good to get the ball back and like get it through and goal and get an easy cheap goal, should we say. But this card doesn't really have it. He's not got that like strength and grit factor to him, and he hasn't really got the agility either, so it's not really my favourite card to use this year, I'm going to be completely honest. But some more positive and negatives, now let's go to overall scores. So, as I talked about, he has a few underlying issues with the card, I'm completely honest. I think he's around 200k, currently 200 to 300k, I think he is. He's still a good card for that price, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's a lot better for like 100k. But we'll get through it then. So first is the pace. Now, as I said, Sterling was miles faster than this card. Even though this card wasn't slow necessarily, it's just the guy who's paired up with the guy who's not against really, but like showcasing him with, it was just a lot better than him. So I'm going to give his pace an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's really electric, and this way you probably could put the Hunter on him, and I wouldn't really mind you doing it, but the Deadeye probably is the most recommended chem style depending on where you're going to play him. The next was shooting. Generally actually quite good in game. I did feel like his shooting was very deadly. 99 shot power in game, 98 finishing, with a 92 composure and a 99 attack, which is really, really good to be fair. So I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. I feel like he had a 5-star weak foot. That's what I just feel like. If he had 5-star on something, he'd be a lot better this card. But since EA are kind of a bit boring on that, they didn't decide to do it or even give him a position modifier or anything. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Now the passing, as I said, didn't have any issues with. Obviously they're quite average stats like the crossing and all that kind of stuff, but generally speaking, not bad, 8 out of 10. Now, the dribbling, as I talked about, so you got the good aspects like the composure, you got the actual dribbling stat, you got the ball control, the reactions are decent, the balance is good, but as I said, the strength kind of like throws it out the window, and the agility is, as I said, a bit of a problem, shall we say. So overall for the dribbling, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I just feel like that body type is way too much of an issue, like for me personally, and especially since he doesn't have the 5-star skills or anything. The next up for physicals, I don't really have much to talk about with the physicals, to be honest. They're all pretty bad. Stamina's not bad, to be fair. So overall, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The only reason it's not like a 4 or 3 is just because of that stamina. So value for coins then. Now, if you really need a La Liga winger, and even then, I feel like you should go with that Danjuma card instead, personally. I feel like this card's just not worth the value at all. So I'm going to give him, for value for coins, a 6 out of 10, honestly. I just don't think it's worth it. An overall score, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I just don't see this card being used for very long at all. I feel like even that Fekir card will probably be better, even though he's got like the same body type nearly, but generally speaking, he's not really one of my favourite cards. So unless you really need him for links for Real Madrid and stuff like that, I would even just say get the 85 Inform Vinny, personally, to be honest. But that's all for my view. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. As I talked about, I do really need to subscribe to keep going. Obviously, I don't necessarily need them, but obviously it would be really nice if you could subscribe. If not, let me know what I could do better in the comments. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.